Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing something a little bit different. I've never done one of these videos before, but we're gonna try it today. Today we are making predictions for week 8. It is 8, right? So, first game up, we got the Vikings versus the Rams. Vikings have lost their undefeated status. They're 5-1. Rams keep trying to come back, but ultimately are failing unless it's against really bad teams. For this one, I'm honestly just going to be quick about it. I still like the Vikings. Look, one loss against one of the best teams in the league, arguably the best team in the NFC, doesn't mean a whole lot to me. The Rams, however, they've just been doing awful. I can't fathom it. I don't understand it. Now, what I will say is there's a lot of teams on this list, like these two, where I haven't been watching quite as much as certain other teams, so a little bit hard to say, but Flores' defense and the Viking offense, it's just too good. I think it's pretty simple. They win this. I really genuinely think the Vikings win that one. I do. Next up, we get the Packers versus the Jags. Again, let's just be honest here. It's the Packers. It's the Packers. They're gonna win this. I've gone on this rant on my other channel before like a million times, so I won't go on it again, but I don't like Jordan Love. I think he's super overrated. The most overpaid and overrated quarterback in the entire league right now. Yes, there are other contracts that are higher than his. Still the most overpaid, but I do think the Packers win here. The Jags have been failing to impress in a really disappointing way. I like the Jags. I like Trevor Lawrence. I do. I don't understand the hate. Look, it doesn't always work out the way you want it to, but I would say he's had a rough go of it. I would. The Jags are kind of a mess, and it's hopefully gonna get fixed. They had a good game against the Patriots, but it's the Patriots. I don't like them for this one. I gotta give it to the Packers, even if I don't love it. I would love an upset, though. Dolphins, Cardinals. Look, if Tua's playing, I was gonna say if Tua's playing, then Dolphins, but they were having some troubles even before his concussion. So I don't know. I really don't. You know what? After they beat a team like the Chargers, I'm gonna give it to the Cardinals, right? I disrespect the Cardinals constantly. Everyone's been saying Kyler Murray's gonna have his year, and I've been doubting him. And you know what? Honestly, still do. But I will say, they played their asses off last week, and you gotta give them that. You gotta be honest. So with a team like the Dolphins, I'm going to give it to the Cardinals. I really am. Maybe I'll regret that. Maybe Tua will have a great game back if he's in. But I think the Cardinals come in hot off of that win against the Chargers, and I think they're going to crush it this week. The Dolphins are a very weak team, and I can't see it. Not yet. Jets, Patriots. Come on, bro. Come on. I believe it is pronounced Jets, Jets. Look, they've been dunked on a lot of memes. They've had a rough go of it too. Me personally, I'm still not okay with the fact that they got rid of Saleh so early into the season. I know he's had time, but none of the time that he had was ideal. Should he have made sure that there was more accountability? Yes. Should he have done more to get the offense on track? Yes. But he had, what, 5 games with Aaron Rodgers? I just don't understand it. How does nobody see how ridiculous that is? Like, why would you not wait until at least a season is close to being done? Then you've really tested it. Now the defense, I feel like, is just getting worse and worse. Look, I don't mind the interim coaching. Like, I don't know anything about those coaches. I really don't. The defense has been, it's kept up a little bit so far, but not nearly as good as it was under Saleh. And I've been saying it, and Jets fans got mad at me for saying it. I think this team has more trouble long-term because of it. And I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Devontae Adams. I wanted to see them together. I wanted to see them reunited. And I think they are still going to have good games because of this trade. So I want them to do well. But you can't deny it. Like, that was just such a stupid decision to me. I can't get past it. With all of that being said, the Patriots are in a really bad spot right now. And Drake May is still developing with a horrible team with no receivers, a non-existent O-line. It's just not there. Defense is still full of talented players, but I don't think they have it on offense. I don't think they will. I think they lose most of their games. They need to clean up more than the Jets, so I'm giving it to the Jets. Ravens, Browns, Ravens. I mean, look, Humphrey's out, Flowers is out, but you know who else is out? Deshaun Watson. With a new quarterback, you know, who knows what could happen, right? But Ravens on top. Ravens are too elite. Lamar Jackson, best quarterback in the league. I don't care. Argue with the wall. Does it look like I give a fuck? He is. We're giving it to the Ravens. We don't need to talk about that anymore. And they lost Amari Cooper. Eagles, Bengals. Eagles. I don't care. I don't care. Look, everyone keeps touting this stat that, like, Bengals are one of the top offenses in the league. Or I've heard a lot of Bengals fans say that. Look, I mean, you're still losing your games. You still can't get anything done, and your defense is still one of the worst. And you expect to hold Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts? It's not happening. Eagles. Colts versus Texans. I don't care who's there at quarterback. I don't know if Richardson is coming back or if he's been back. I have no idea. Don't care. It's going to be the Texans. It just is. It just is. CJ Stroud is too good. I loved him last year. I went into this year saying, like, everyone was saying he was going to have a sophomore slump. Didn't believe it. Still don't. They're still on top. They made so many good offseason moves that I loved. This team is performing exactly how you would expect. They're great. Texans all day. Again, another easy answer to this matchup. Lions, Titans. What is Will Levis doing? What is he going to do? What is he going to do? What has he done against anybody? They come up short every time. They're definitely coming up short against the Lions. It's not happening. Lions, Falcons, Bucks. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Hold on. What do we do about that? Ooh, I don't know. Oh no, hold on. Okay, this one is actually a little bit tricky. So the Bucks are coming off a disappointing loss against the Ravens, and I'm pretty sure they had like some pretty crucial injuries, I think, and it was not looking good. I don't know what it looks like now. I don't know how bad it was, but the Bucks defense has looked like shit the whole season so far. I don't like it. Offense is good, but it's like you can't stop other teams. You can't do it. And when you have a player like Justin Simmons over on the Falcons as a safety, it's hard to root for another team. It just is. Pitts, Cousins, and defense versus Baker Mayfield and their receivers. I don't even know, is Godwin in? Is he playing? I don't know. Quite honestly, well, I'm just gonna guess here. Let's go for the Falcons. I don't love it though. You know, Mike Evans, Godwin, they're on top. So offensively, I kind of like the Bucks just a little bit more, but I think the Falcons just barely beat them out. Probably. We'll see. Falcons. Saints versus Chargers. Okay, this one is interesting because Chargers, no question. I don't care. Is Derek Carr back in? Rattler needs more time to develop, and I think he's gonna have it, and he's gonna get some wins under his belt. That time is not anytime soon, the way I see it. He had some great plays against us. I'm a Broncos fan, and I believe it was the Buccaneers. He's shown what he can do. He's proven he can handle being on that field. It just gets away from him. He can't remain consistent. He can't keep it going. And a huge element of it is Dennis Allen, right? All the Saints fans have been saying it. They want him gone. They want it done. And I think that revenge game only made it worse. But yet, he's still there. If there was any coach that I think should have been fired instead of Saleh, maybe him. You know what I mean? Also, I can't remember. I don't know how bad it still is, but I'm pretty sure they have some big injuries over there too. So I don't like that going into this game. Chargers, they're going to run over them. I really do believe that. If Derek Carr is back in, maybe they have more of a chance. I still don't love it though. I'm going to go Chargers. Bills, Seahawks. Ooh, that's interesting. This one's a little bit interesting because these are two teams that I haven't been watching very closely. I've watched more of the Seahawks than I have the Bills. I know Josh Allen still statistically has not thrown an interception, even though there were some close ones. I personally think the Seahawks defense is going to give him his first this year. Look, Josh Allen seems like a really nice guy. I think he's overrated as hell. I'm surprised the Bills are doing as well as they have been, but I gotta admit, they're pretty strong. They look good going into this game. I think the Seahawks probably give them some trouble, make it look really close. I think this could swing either way, but I'm going to give it to the Bills. I think they're just too strong. Josh Allen has been too consistent. He's not perfect like everyone wants to believe. Like for years, they've just been hyping these guys up, hyping them up. Where do they go? What do they do with it? Right? All this talent that they've had at their disposal, what do they do with it? What do they do with it? I don't love the Bills, and I really hate them for letting the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy, but I'm gonna give this game to them. Bears and Commanders. Oh no! I literally don't know. I don't know for this one. I really don't. The only thing that I can think of is maybe the Bears defense just like is so elite that it stops them. But that Commanders offense, I don't know. I also haven't been watching the Commanders defense that closely. It's really hard to say. It's Caleb Williams versus Jayden Daniels. I think a lot of people in this case would take Daniels, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know. I really do love the Bears defense, so I think if anything, they probably give them their best chance. Like that's all I have to go off of. It's so close, and it's two rookies that have been doing great. Look, it's really cool that the Commanders have been turning it around. It's awesome that Jayden Daniels has been, you know, he was so overlooked before and after the draft, I feel like, and now he's thriving. Love that for him. I think they're coming off a win against the Panthers, and I think there's going to be a huge difficulty difference for them that they're going to feel very early on, and they're going to have to adapt. Do I think they do in order to win? Not really. I think the Bears have this. Chiefs, Raiders. Chiefs. Don't care. Look, I hate them. I hate them to death, and I want them to lose so badly. They are cheaters. They're filthy. They're so overrated, and I'm tired of hearing about them. It's not fair. The league is rigged. The Raiders literally have zero idea what they're doing. They haven't known the entire season. They haven't known the entire offseason. Mark Davis is a horrible owner. Antonio Pierce is a horrible coach. I don't know how much Tom Brady is actually going to help, but I have to assume that it's not going to be that much. Max Crosby's great. That's about it. And Raiders fans love to say, well, we beat them last year. Yes, you did. You had a better team last year. Antonio Pierce got you through a good, he did okay. You know what I mean? Taking over for one of the worst coaches in NFL history. But since the end of that season, he literally hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything right. He's mismanaged every single opportunity, every single problem. He's every player, the quarterback room especially. He doesn't know what he's doing. And for this version of the undefeated Chiefs where the refs are being more blatant than ever to help them, I cannot in my right mind assume or believe that the Raiders are going to be able to stop them. The Raiders of all teams? No. Panthers, Broncos. Okay, so I'm a Broncos fan. There's a bias here, but also I feel like this one's just a little bit obvious. Broncos. I don't believe, look, whenever it comes to these teams, right, these lower teams that we should beat, I never assume that we're going to. We lost to the Patriots last year. We lost to Bailey Zappi because Russell Wilson sucked so badly. Jerry Jeudy sucked so badly. We've gotten rid of a lot of those people, so our chances are better. Andy Dalton himself is questionable for this game, I think. Even though there have been a couple decisions to try and improve the Panthers, I don't think they're going to really do much. I would love to have an amazing performance against them. I don't even think we're going to do that. I think it's going to be a very low scoring game and it's going to be pretty embarrassing, but I still think we win. 49ers Cowboys. Another really interesting one, and I'm kind of glad because it kind of makes up for last week, which I think was a week of matchups that really sucked, aside from a couple, obviously. I think the 49ers have it. Cowboys, I'm not a Cowboys hater. I'm not. I think it's really goofy that you guys think you're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I've never been one of those where I'm like, oh, the Cowgirls. Like, I think it's corny. I think they're easy to hate, so I don't do it. I don't participate. I just don't believe in them. I don't believe in them. Even going up against an injured 49ers, I just don't think they haven't been able to do a lot. They haven't been able to win those games that they need to win, so I don't believe that they're going to do it here. Jerry Jones is more unstable than ever. I think there's a lot of bad juju around the team right now, and going into this week, Brock Purdy. Give me Brock Purdy. And last but not least, Giants versus Steelers. This is again kind of one of those frustrating ones where Russell Wilson now starting for the Steelers. He's going to have another win handed to him. Russell Wilson is a terrible quarterback. Justin Fields is a better long-term solution for your quarterback situation, Steelers. I know nobody wants to believe it. I know they're all sipping the Russell Wilson Kool-Aid because he got to their team and they're all excited and they think the Broncos just mismanaged. No. Broncos used him to the best of his ability last year and it still wasn't enough. He lost to the Patriots defense last year. And to be fair, right? To be fair, Bill Belichick was still there. He was still there. So like, great defense. Still, one of the worst teams. What did they squeeze out? Like 2 wins? And he couldn't do it? So I'm never going to stop telling Steelers fans that they have an egotistical, incompetent, washed up quarterback starting for them now. Unfortunately, it's going to take time for them to be able to see it because of matchups like this where the Giants, they can't compete. They can't do anything. I don't believe in the Giants at all. I don't love to hate on them, but I just don't. They're not beating the Steelers. Not by a long shot. So those are my predictions. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you agree and disagree with. Drop your own predictions down below. I'm interested to hear. I've never done one of these before, so I don't know how I can improve, but you got thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments. Like the video if you enjoy it. It really helps this channel grow, which I'm trying to do right now. So if you could, that'd be great. Subscribe if you want more videos like this and you want to check on my weekly predictions. But yeah, that is the video. Thank you for watching.